We're going to run over a few things. Make sure everything feels right. You're going to turn your key on. You're going to look for your warning lights to come on and check them. You're also at this point noticing that a few of the gauges can work at this point. Fuel gauge, air pressure. Now I need to start the engine to make it where they work. Push in the clutch, foot over, make sure you're in neutral to do a safe start. Let out on the clutch slowly just in case you did not catch it in neutral completely so you don't kill anybody. At this point you can run across. You can see that your RPM gauge is working at proper range. Oil pressure is built up and working at proper oil range. Water temperature of this truck is too cold to show that it is working. Can't check the speedometer yet because we're not moving. And drop down to your air pressure. Primary and secondary needles, the white and the orange, primary and secondary. They are both building and working properly. Your fuel's working. You're also going to start checking your amp meter right now. This is your air cleaner. Obsolete pretty much, but it does work occasionally. Check your dim switch for your dash lights. This is checking your lights, load lights, fuel, heated mirrors, engine fan. Okay. We are up to about 85 PSI. We're going to sit here and wait for 45 seconds to see if it builds up to 100 like it's supposed to without revving the engine. At this point, you can also check to make sure your defroster and fan is working. Check your air horn and your city horn. Boop.
City horn is elite.
City horn sounds sick.
Why did you put that little gold bumper in the beginning?
Because on this model of a vehicle, it is so old and crappy that you have to push the override or it will not start. Here's our low air buzzer light. Hit 100 pounds. Now we're going to build up. It's under 45 seconds. We're going to build up until the truck sneezes or the alcohol evaporator blows off. The air compressor should kick off around 120 to 125 PSI. Didn't. Now we're going to turn off the truck, turn the key back on, press in both yellow and red. If you are not on level ground, chalk your wheels. And what I'm doing at this point now is I'm going to sit here and watch and listen to this gauge. You've equalized out the trailer pressure and the tractor pressure. Watch to make sure that I leak down no more than 3 psi in 1 minute. Minutes up, we go to proceed to the next step. You press and hold. You are in a combination vehicle. You are not allowed to lose more than 4 psi in 1 minute. Minutes up, everything's good. Now we're going to fan the air. Air buzzer came on at 65 psi. Now you keep going until your tractor protection valves kick out, which kicked off at right around 35 psi. Means your tractor protection valves are working properly. Now we're going to restart the truck. Do a safe start, foot on the clutch, one over the brake, make sure you're in neutral. Ignition. Give it a little bit of rev, build the air pressure back up. Try not to go any higher than 12 to 15 RPM. We prefer if you keep it in between 10 and 12 RPM. At this point, you have that really awkward moment of silence between you and the instructor unless the instructor starts speaking to you. My air buzzer is back off again at 65 psi. Truck's getting warmed up enough that the water temperature is starting to rise now. Okay, we've built enough air that I can now proceed to the next step of the test. You're going to push in your red and only your red. What you are going to do at this point is now check your tractor parking brakes. Pull out slightly until you feel the truck grab. Pull out your red. Push in your yellow. Make sure you're in the lowest gear possible. Trailer brakes are locked good. Now you push in both. $5 miles an hour. Service brakes work, and now the speedometer works. You can pull against this to test your Johnny bar. It does work, and what that does is on the older model of trailers, such as this one, that do not have spring brakes, you can set it with the Johnny bar while you are disconnecting the trailer. That is the end of pre-trip. Enjoy.